Organizations win championships. A Chicago Bulls podcast with Jason and Dan Bernstein on 312 Sports.
Well, the world of the Chicago Bulls is certainly different than what it was when the last time we convened for Organizations Win Championships. This is episode number 131, Dan and Jason Bernstein. And this is now, finally and belatedly, a tank.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been back calling up tankathon.com, and I keep clicking.
I got the Bulls getting the number one overall pick in 3 tries.
3?
Yeah.
That's not
They went
enough.
up to number 3, then they went up to number 2, then they went up to number 1. Swear to God.
Those are all upsets. I was
Yes.
getting like 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11. I finally got 4.
4 wouldn't be bad either. I mean,
No, it's not great, but
I'd rather have
that's
top 3.
we know where we are. We know what they're doing. It's probably this year and next year at this rate. I don't really think this is going to be a competitive squad next year. But they're what we're seeing right now.
It's tough. Hold on. It's tough to say that because that's eating up 2 years of Giddey's contract. And when he's supposed to be your guy, you would expect for at least 3 out of the 4 years they're competitive for a playoff spot. If playoff, not play-in, playoff spot. If Giddey's your guy.
I hope you're right. I just think they've got a long way to go to get there.
And that's okay. I don't mind. I'm glad that they chose the direction. I'm holding out hope that they decided to do this late because this draft is so good. But the only thing is that with the lottery, you have no idea. So it's a bit. It is very much belated. And that being said, I know you hate when people say that.
I hate when you say it.
That being said, I've thoroughly enjoyed watching these guys.
Because you love bums. And you
first
love bad basketball.
First of all, not everybody is a bum that they got in the trade.
No, I know that. But you like chaos.
I love chaos. This is so fun. I love Nick Richards.
All right, let's hold our opinions on some of the individual players because we're going to run down a list here. I just think there's a couple things that are obvious. They are out of shape. They're out of Billy Donovan shape.
Yeah.
Clearly. That these guys playing heavy minutes are not ready to play these minutes.
And I was watching a Timberwolves clip earlier about how guys were saying that sometimes Io was running too fast for their break. We didn't even discuss that trade because that happened after
That's right.
our last episode. So I think everyone knows that Chicago's own Ayo Dosunmu was traded to Minnesota, and the Bulls received Rob Dillingham and Leonard Miller and a whole bunch of second-round picks, and the Bulls also gave up Julian Phillips. So I think he looks great on the Timberwolves. He had 21 the other night. He's exactly what they needed. And when I was watching some of his highlights, it really made me realize how good he can be on a good team when he has those guys around him.
Mm-hmm.
He looks really, really, really tough. That team needed a guy like him, and they got one. And
we should mention, too, that another one of the prime Bulls that was traded was Kobe White. And because they said, his calves hurt, he can't play.
Correct.
They didn't disclose enough or didn't disclose that he was still hurting, and it cost them a returned second-round pick. Now, that's bad.
It's a bad look.
It is really bad to start getting the reputation around the league as anybody who might try to peddle damaged goods. And I hope that it was a misunderstanding. I hope that maybe what the symptoms that the patient were reporting, maybe he said something there that he didn't say here. I don't know how they handled it behind the scenes, but that's really bad when word gets out. Like, do I have to check your guys? Do I have to double check that I'm getting on one of these rentals here? Because when you rent somebody, that person's got to be available for every game.
Yeah.
If somebody's contract is up.
Especially with the way the Hornets have been playing.
Yep.
I mean, they won, 9 straight, and then it came to an end with a close loss against Detroit. They're playing out of their mind right now. It's finally starting to click for them, and they have a ton of talent. And so getting a guy like Kobe White presumably off the bench, right?
Well, they're going to blow by the Bulls. That's part of the plan there.
Yeah, fine.
Let them
But
get ahead of
they
them.
got their guys. They tanked. They got Brandon Miller.
Yep.
They had LaMelo Ball in the 2020 draft. That was the 3rd overall pick. So it's not like they need to anymore when they think they can win now. Why shouldn't they?
I would also note that I think it's significant that Billy Donovan is not changing what he's doing, even though his entire roster turned over. He was telling everybody faster, 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 faster. It looks like unless things change at the start of next year, the style of play is here. And that's with Giddey and Modest that I've been watching these games very closely to see if pace was going to change, and it's
Not at all.
And he's daring them to keep up. So as long as Billy's around, and if he wants to coach a rebuild, he's going to have a chance to do that. They're calling it a retooling.
I just don't know what's going to happen with them. I don't know about his future for next season.
Who, Billy's?
Yeah.
He's
the thing that I'm giving him credit for is doing the most with what he's got and having poorly constructed rosters and still taking all of the blame because AK and Mark Eversley rarely come out and talk. So he's got to be the front man and take all this heat and take all the I don't want to say take all the hate. That sounds too Jake Pauley, but I don't even know why I said that name. God, he's the worst. You heard it here first. Jason Bernstein is a public Jake Paul hater.
I'm sure you're not alone.
And I don't think I would be. I know Kendall Gill is right up there with me. And because of the whole boxing thing.
I remember,
yeah. And he's getting all the flack for what the Bulls front office is doing and all these Fire Billy comments and chants and whatever.
I haven't seen or heard
all
any
over
of
the
that.
place on Instagram. All over the place.
I haven't seen or heard anybody wanting to fire Billy.
God.
I'm just wondering if he wants to stick around.
Bulls fans in general don't really like him. I'll be honest with you. And I don't mind him. And so for him to be doing that, good for him. I just don't know if he wants to take it anymore, and because he deserves to have a good roster around him, or at least one that clearly has a direction. So we'll see what happens. But
I'd like to know how invested he is in the
give him
development of
right.
Modest.
Yeah,
you know,
and I'll give him some credit. And if he's not, I wouldn't blame him because I think he's too established of a head coach to have to deal with what's going on with the
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer. So if he wants to develop these guys and see the real problem is in any of these games we just haven't seen Giddey. So all that matters is the fit with your primary ball handler. And we haven't been able to judge anybody with their primary ball handler. It's made it very difficult. I thought for the purposes of this show, let's just give we've had 3 or 4 games now. 3 games. Let's go first blush scouting reports.
Yeah, it
was
Toronto,
guys.
Denver, and Brooklyn.
Right, Toronto, Denver, Brooklyn, and all the games have followed sort of a similar pattern.
Where they play 3 quarters.
Yeah, and then they're
tight. It's tight, and then they just fall apart at the end. And that's okay. That's fine. They're losing. They're doing what I would call ethical tanking, where it's not like they're putting out horrible lineups or actively trying to lose.
No,
they're playing hard and losing.
But that's a huge misconception of tanking. Tanking is general managerial. That's all. Yeah. And if you want to put
this is a well-constructed tank.
It should
maybe
be
a little bit too late.
It should be, but it doesn't. The coaches and players don't try to tank. Coaches don't try to tank usually, unless the coach is also an executive. That could happen. But and we have seen teams. Utah took some guys out of the game. There's some stuff going on there with maybe who they're playing down the stretch. But I think you tell Billy, do what you do. Coach them up. Coach them up and go, and you hope they lose. All right, I just have the names here in no particular order, just as I remember them. So let's start with Collin Sexton.
Crazy person. Did you see that clip of him flipping off the rim, getting fined $35,000?
I did.
But his mic'd up night He was just pounding his chest. And clips of him in college when he did the 3-on-5. I don't know if you remember that. There was a brawl against the University of Minnesota, and everyone on Bama got ejected. So Bama played a 3-on-5 for the rest of the game. They lost by 5, but at that point, I think they were down either 7 or 10. And with 3 players, they actually won from that point on. And Sexton finished with 40. Yeah, he's a pit bull, is the way I put it.
He's not bashful. I will say that his game is not bashful. I don't know where he fits.
Not at all.
I have no clue where he fits, because you'd think maybe just a second unit scoring monster. But if Trey Jones is going to be your backup point guard,
I'd rather it be Trey Jones as well.
Well, he's a lot more responsible, and he's a lot more of a distributor, facilitator, point guard than Sexton is. But Sexton's he's a chaos agent out there.
He's fun,
I'll
man.
say that.
I like watching him.
Yeah, and I know you do. You like watching all these guys.
I love it.
So I'd say I like Sexton. My biggest issue with him is the fit.
That's fine.
Just knowing if they were to keep him around, what his ultimate job is going to be and what he wants to do. How does he see himself? Does he think he's a lead guard on a champion? I don't know. Maybe he does.
I don't think so. I think he's too humble for that.
Okay. Well, now you pick the next name. I picked Collin Sexton. Go ahead. Pick a name.
Rob Dillingham. Let's go with him.
Rob Dillingham.
Because I see something there.
What? What do you see?
Speed. He is fast. He has a tight handle. He's rushing a little bit, which is what we saw with Kobe. But the thing is that this is Rob Dillingham's second year in the league without much playing time. And he's made a couple of passes and had a couple of smooth layups where it's like, whoa, what the hell just happened? And I remember when San Antonio drafted him, traded him to Minnesota, people were saying, oh, this Dillingham-Edwards backcourt is going to be the next big thing. And it never really was, because he never really had the opportunity. Because they started Mike Conley and they started DiVincenzo, and they just didn't, because they were contending, they didn't really have time to experiment much. And I like Rob Dillingham, and I'm excited to see what happens with him. He doesn't need to get in the weight room.
There you go. See, I was just going to say he's very thin and slight, and he's a wisp out there. He needs good weight on him,
but he also needs experience. And and let him let loose. Let him go.
Okay, he has had a couple of these wild leaping forays to the basket sometimes where he throws it off. He banks one in that I don't think he was trying to bank in.
No, he does that. If you watched him in college, he has some crazy outstretched arm layups where you're like, what the hell is he doing? That's kind of what he does. That's his style.
Well,
that's how he's
doing that in the NBA is not so easy. Because there's big, angry men down there who will do bad things to you and bad things to the basketball if you try to do too much of that at that size.
And one of them, the Bulls finally have.
All right, we're going to do Nick Richards now?
Yeah, man. I mean, he has the hands of Tony Bradley, but other than that, I love him.
Ouch.
His hands aren't great, but he does not have great hands. I wouldn't say that bad. Okay, let me correction.
Dickie Simpkins?
Correction. His hands aren't great. And I was talking to my sweet mate, who's a huge Kentucky basketball fan, who has always loved Nick Richards and held out hope for him and never understood why he didn't get a bigger shot in the NBA. He said, yes, his hands have always been terrible, but he's a great rim protector.
But no Dillingham scouting report from him?
He likes Dillingham. He was just pissed that they started 2 other guys over Dillingham and Shepard that one season.
Okay, all right. But I see what I'm trying to figure out about my feelings for Nick Richards. Is it just because we've gone so long without a big, strong guy that the very first big, strong guy that shows up in a while that we're overrating
big, strong,
him?
and athletic. He's above the rim.
You know what I mean? Like an NBA, one of those guys that other teams have that the Bulls don't, they now have one of. Mm-hmm. But are we going to overrate him just because, that guy?
Oh, I think recency bias is definitely a part of it, for sure. I think there's a little bit of that. But at the same time, I don't see why he couldn't be a guy that comes off the bench and does that on a good team. Why not? He does a job. He can eat up fouls. He'll protect the rim. He doesn't really make any huge mistakes either.
Hits his free throws.
Makes his free throws. He made a 3. I mean, it's not like that's the most reliable shot in the world, but
I just like his look too. I like, for some reason, his intimidation factor.
Yeah, he also has a 7'5" wingspan.
Yeah,
I mean, he's long and strong and angry. He's angry.
He plays angry. He might not be angry.
Exactly. He plays angry.
Humming to himself the whole time.
Did you know he's Jamaican?
I did know he's Jamaican.
Yeah,
yes,
from Kingston.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think he's an angry person, but he does play.
That's what I
He's
meant.
rugged. He plays ruggedly.
Yeah, I like him. So we got 4 more guys still.
Well, hold on a second.
Well, not Leonard Miller. We can't really. We
Sexton, Richards, Dillingham.
So we got Ivey, Simons,
Yabusele, and who's the other one?
And Leonard Miller. We haven't seen.
Go ahead. That's all you. I don't know anything about.
We haven't seen him. He's Emmanuel Miller's twin. The Bulls traded for the other one, so they got.
Suck. Wait, twin?
Identical twin, I believe. Yeah, he's Emmanuel Miller's twin. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. You get rid of one, you get the other. So we haven't seen him. So this is based on what we've seen. So now we've got Ivey, Yabusele, and Simons. So feel free to pick one. And I will not stop saying that, by the way.
Sorry. Emmanuel Miller's younger brother.
That's okay.
Okay, my fault.
All right, that's what I thought. But so the reason every time I watch a game and I see Anfernee Simons, the reason every time I say Simons, and there's a kid at camp. I've got a friend whose last name is Simons, and there was a kid at camp when we were very young who had this raspy voice, and it's just how he said his name. And the kid's name was Adam Levine, not the same Adam Levine, who's got the moves like Jagger. He did not have
and
like
some
Jagger.
other things.
Yes,
that he's got.
Yeah, but this guy, hey Simons. So I just say
We've
it
both
every
been
time.
Doing it.
I know it's impossible not to once you start. Simons, because he's good.
He's better than Kobe White.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't even think it's close. He's better. He's just straight up better.
I've noticed though, because he has the ball a lot. There have been so many miscommunications. But there have been so many
7 new players.
I know, and they've got no time to practice.
That clip of Jaden Ivey waving people down the court and walking and throwing it on Simon's nuts.
It was hysterical, Yar.
And everyone was just saying it was like Dak Prescott's warm up, and
it's
like Drake May in the Super Bowl be like. I mean, it was hysterical.
Drake May didn't get that close to guys over the middle deep.
Yeah, no, because Will Campbell and his T-Rex arms, that was brutal.
And his torn knee ligament.
He only brought if he played well, he wouldn't have brought that up. So I don't get it's the playoffs. It's the last game of the season. Get your ankle shot up with some freaking steroids or like I don't whatever you want to call it, and go out there and have a game of your life. You should have enough adrenaline to not give a shit. Am I saying this without being nearly a million times as tough as those guys? Hell no. No shot. But don't bring up the fact that you have an injury after the fact because you played like ass, because we know damn well you wouldn't have said shit if you played well. Okay, rant's over.
Do you know how many individual quarterback pressures he gave up in the game?
A lot. I don't know.
Do you know?
No. Tell me.
14.
14?
Will Campbell individually gave up 14 pressures. That's like bench that. That's somebody. If Braxton Jones gave up like 3, and they sit him down at halftime, some of that stuff. Anyway, Anfernee Simons, I don't think at 28 he's
not 28.
He matches up what they want to do, and he's going to probably earn more money than they want to pay.
He's not 28.
He's a
Dad.
smooth operator, man.
He's 26.
What is he? 27?
He's 26. He turns 27 in the offseason.
Okay. Well. Okay. All right.
He's tough.
So you're going to pay him $30 million a year?
Is that what he's going to command?
He's a really good player, but that's a lot of money.
I don't know if he's going to.
He's already at 28.
Why would he command $30 million if the Bulls are giving Josh Giddey 25?
I'm just saying he's already making 28.
But it doesn't mean he'll make more because he's produced less.
Well, but if
I think part of that is minutes, but yeah.
And contracts tend to go up. I mean, even if he were to make 32, it's not worth as much as, it's relative to position. Everything
what do we got? We got Yabusele and
Ivey. So, okay. Yabusele
Dancing Bear
is fat. And
I love him. He's so cute.
He's adorable. I just don't know if this is his actual playing weight or his playing condition. Would he plan on being in better condition?
He's strong though.
He's very strong.
He can move people.
I know. He's
a better jump shot than I thought. I didn't know he could make shots.
And he's another guy, not bashful. I think what he saw was the 4 and the 5 in this offense. You are supposed to take that look. You are absolutely. How many times do we watch Vooch and just be like, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it?
Yeah, he's letting it fly.
Oh, yes.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he is.
I'm okay with it. We're gonna in 20 minutes we're gonna see him do it.
Yeah, we are. He enjoys shooting. There's no question. But he's a big, strong man who gets very tired at the ends of games.
Yes, I haven't been this excited about watching the Bulls in a long time. I know. Since the beginning of the season. It sounds really stupid, but it's just the way my brain is wired. Maybe because
always
I'm stupid.
been. But also it's because this team now.
I also like new shiny toys and
yes, it's novelty and it reminds you of 2K. But the only problem
it does. The amount of trades they made, yeah.
Yep, and you can't sim seasons in real life. That's the problem with
God, I wish we could.
I know, we can move on. Yeah.
Although our lives would deteriorate in an hour, because if we sim seasons, we would, be a year older. And
you have chosen poorly.
What?
Remember the Holy Grail? You don't remember the end of Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade?
That movie I haven't seen in God knows how long.
Don't you remember they drink out of the wrong grail and they grow immediately like 100 years old in 2 seconds?
That I remember. Yeah, don't they fall down a chute on top of a mattress or something? I don't know.
What?
Like they fall through a thing.
No, they turn into dust.
But I remember there's a scene where people fall through a thing.
Fall through a thing. Well, he breaks. They break through the floor.
That's what I mean.
For the giant,
and then they're reaching for. Okay, this sucks. All right.
No, they're in the museum, the library.
Why are we talking about this?
I forgot. All right. So are we done with Yabusele?
Yeah,
we like him. He's kind of bad, and
this is this next one's the one that I want to talk about the most. I think.
Because it may be the most important guy for whom they traded.
Considering contract situation and age and everything like that, I'm already worried.
About Jaden Ivey?
Yes, I am.
I am too.
I texted you this, and I sincerely hope that it's the fact that he doesn't trust himself to be fully healthy and really go because he's afraid of getting hurt again, rather than just the fact that he lost a step. And that is what I'm really, really, really worried about, considering how young he is and how fast he used to be. And it's just, I've seen, there were a couple of times in the Denver game when he blew by somebody. There were, and it was actually on back-to-back possessions, I think, in the second quarter. And you weren't watching. You were watching the Illinois game, I believe. And there were a couple times I went, whoa, okay. But after that, and in the Brooklyn game, I just didn't see any of that Purdue, early Detroit, Jaden Ivey stuff where you were a big fan of his.
I believe there was a Purdue game we were watching, if I remember correctly, and Ivey was running gorgeous screen roll stuff where he was just getting a lightning first step and getting a guy on his back, watching to see if they switched or if they got over the screen. And I just loved how deliberately, even while moving quickly, how he managed ball screens. And I think I said to you about Ivey, I said he could play in the NBA right now. Do you remember that?
Not off the top of my head. I
I
don't know.
remember saying that. I remember watching him operate.
I trust you.
And I remember saying that this is not the same guy.
Not right now.
And I don't think it's speed as much as it is quickness. I do see end-to-end speed. I've seen him get down the floor.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like the first step.
When you really saw it, they switched a ball screen in the Toronto game. This happened twice.
Okay.
They switched a ball screen, and the screener was Mamukelashvili.
He's good, by the way.
He's good.
He can shoot.
Yeah, I know, but he's 240 pounds, 6'9", and Ivey couldn't get around him. He couldn't get an angle on him. And all he was, and Mamu was in a defensive stance, but he wasn't. It's just like, take him. Like, you got that switch, you got the mismatch, and if you can't take advantage of it, he couldn't get around him. And when he has gotten around guys, he's done that the behind the back dribble. It's not quite the Steve Coulter stanky leg, but it's a little bit of a hesitation. And I will tell you what he has to do to get free in the half court is DeMar stuff. He's doing DeMar stuff. And
he's not quite as good at that yet.
No, but he's way too young. He's way too young to have to do old guy things to get free in the half court. In the full court, he looks good, and I will say that he's shooting it fine.
Yeah,
he's just not elevating on his jumper.
No, I don't mind, because I don't mind the fact that he's not rising a ton on his jump shot. Not a lot of guys do anymore, Dad.
Yeah, and he didn't really. That's true. He didn't really raise up
a jump shot's a jump shot. Something that I noticed. He sometimes puts his hand down as soon as he releases a jump shot. I think that every single time he's kept his follow through, the ball has gone in, from my memory. That's something that I'm just looking out for. It's just like a tell of whether it comes out of his hand well or not. Because sometimes on a long shot, you put your hands down, kind of do a little back pedal. But he does it on routine jump shots. But when he holds that finish, I feel confident that it's going in.
Okay.
So,
we'll watch that.
The guy that has that first step is Dillingham.
Yeah.
Like, he's got that.
Yep.
You know, he's got that. And what I wonder is, can he maintain that if he puts on a few? Like, good weight. Can he stay that quick? And then if he gets a little bit of up here, lean that shoulder in, kind of give him one of those. Who does that?
Sexton
Andrew
does
Nemhart.
that. I'm saying Sexton goes right at your head, and he goes right into your body.
But Andrew Nemhart is great at that, too. Unreal at using his shoulder. And I think that if Dillingham can do that and just create space for himself, that would be really, really interesting. I'm intrigued by Simons, but again, I don't really know where he fits. I think the guys that you're really looking at for long-term here are Dillingham in some capacity and Ivey. That's why you traded for him. And hopefully he can get back to that.
I sure hope so.
I hope so as well. And then Nick, I think Simons, if you want, I guess Nick Richards, not all that important in the long run. I just like having a guy like that on the roster.
So there is as complete a set of scouting opinions as
with the Will Campbell crash out.
Yes, that was interrupted by your Will Campbell crash out. That is, those are the new guys. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 material new Chicago Bulls, and how we feel after 3 games here on OWC. And that brings us to the showdown. All right, Jason Bernstein.
You want me to go first?
No,
do you want
I want to go first.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can you name currently the 5 longest tenured NBA players with the team that drafted them?
With the team that drafted them.
With the team that drafted him.
Because that wouldn't count for, I mean, I know Luke is a Laker, but he was drafted by Atlanta and then went to Dallas. So it can't be somebody that was, okay, got it.
These are the 5 longest tenured current players with the team that drafted them.
And that's not a trick question because can an undrafted player be a part of this? Like it's just drafted.
These are all drafted players.
Okay. All right. Wow.
It's the opposite of a trick question.
Yeah. All right. Patrick Williams can't be there yet, can he? No. All right. Just making sure that it's not anybody from like that class. That I just wanted to make sure that it's not anybody very recent. Ooh, Jaylen Brown?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we got to go back a ways then.
Yep.
Udonis Haslem just retired.
Did he? Well, I mean, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but he was still on the roster, so
Yeah.
that's that. This is tough. So it's
not.
It's going to be old guys, right?
I mean, not. Yeah, some.
Oh, Steph.
Steph is number 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Steph is number 1. 17 years.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been there for a minute.
Yep.
Draymond?
Number 2.
Okay.
14 years with Golden State.
I'm trying to think of other guys that were part of like really good teams that were built around them. Giannis?
Yep. Giannis is number 3.
Maybe not for long. But
13 years.
We'll see.
But meanwhile, do some research about Giannis and Kalshi and
it's weird.
It's bad.
It's weird.
It's bad. About all that went on and all the money that was bet on it, and now he's like, look, I'm still here and I'm an owner of Kalshi. Okay, great.
I'm trying to think because Miles Turner left after last season. Otherwise, he would probably be on this list, and he was 11th in 2015, I believe. So I'm trying to, and Jaylen Brown was 2016. He was the 3rd overall pick in 2016. That was the Ben Simmons draft. So it has to be everybody after that. It can't be Towns. Can't be D'Lo. I'm literally just going down the list here. Jamal Murray.
No.
Damn it! Okay. So that means.
I can tell you thought you had that.
I totally did.
Yeah.
So Jokic, because he was drafted beforehand. Yeah, because he was. Yeah.
Jokic, 11 years with Denver.
So
and he's tied with this guy. I had him as listed 5th behind this guy. Also 11.
So that's the 2014 draft.
Mm-hmm.
So who is that? So if that's 2014, that's Wiggins. That's Joel Embiid.
No.
Yes.
He's not on the list.
2014. It's right.
Well, it's not the name that I have that I saw at a reputable NBA
it's
site.
Joel because he's been under contract. He didn't play every single season, but he was under contract.
Well, maybe one of the seasons didn't count. Maybe it didn't count toward his tenure. I don't know.
Okay, because that is a correct answer if that's what we're talking about. I'm trying to think of who else was in that draft. Is this like a notably really good player?
Yep.
Like all-star?
Yep. And if he keeps this up, probable Hall of Famer.
Champion?
No.
Am I blanking?
I don't know. Also 11 years.
Yeah, I know. 2014 draft.
Well, let me make sure it was 2014 draft because you're asking me questions that I don't necessarily have the answer to.
Or if it's 2015, then
he was 2015. 2015 NBA draft.
Oh, because the Nuggets took Moutier that year. They took Murray in 16 with the 7th overall pick. God, I played too many video games. With it went Towns, Russell, Okafor, Porzingis, Hezonja.
Do you know this? How the hell do you know
I know
this?
Frank Kaminsky was in the... Oh, Booker, 13th.
Yep. Booker. Devin Booker, 11 years.
Wow, Hall of Famer Devin Booker? Okay. Yeah, but Embiid,
Well, if he keeps
Embiid
it up, he
has to
isn't-
be on there
he
because
isn't
he
right
was
now,
drafted
but-
by Philly in 2014, third overall pick. It went Wiggins, Parker, Embiid.
I guess he should have been. Well, wait. He didn't. Hold on a second. No,
Because
it
he
doesn't
didn't-
count because he didn't play 2014,
But
2015.
you can't
He
say
didn't
that
play
it's tenure. In what definition are you using the word tenure?
As far maybe what counts toward your pension. I don't know. He's only listed as having played 10 years.
Okay.
So I'm just saying by a technicality because he didn't play for 2 full seasons.
I know, but okay, whatever. But
All right. So yeah, it's Curry, Draymond, Giannis, Booker, and Jokic.
I'm trying to think. Who's the 6th overall pick in that draft? If
In
I had
the
team-
Embiid draft?
in the 2015 draft, because I know Hazonia was 5 to the Magic, and 7 was Moutier.
The 2015
Willie
draft.
Cauley-Stein. That's who it was.
Yes, Willie Cauley-Stein was 6th. There was
7th was Moutier, right?
Yep, 8th.
No, don't tell me. I know 10th was Justice Winslow. Stanley Johnson to the
Yes.
Pistons. 9th was Frank Kaminsky.
Yes. God, you are. There's
10th was
something
Justice
wrong
Winslow.
with you.
11th.
You said his name already.
It was Miles Turner.
Yes.
12 was Trey Lyles.
Yes. Are you looking at something? Are you pulling this out of your ass?
I'm pulling this out of my ass. I have played so much NBA 2K16, and when you're doing the My Career, it goes through the players.
That is unbelievable.
13 is Booker. 14. This is where it gets a little dicey.
This is where it gets dicey?
I know Rozier was 16th in that draft.
Yes,
And I
16th
know
was
damn well
Terry.
I know damn well who 28 was.
Yeah, you do.
RJ Hunter. I know
your
I
buddy.
know RJ. I know
Your
RJ
buddy,
was
RJ
28th in
Hunter.
that draft.
Yep.
I know 16 was Rozier.
This is
I-
unbelievable.
When did the Portis is in that draft? 22nd?
Number 14 is a former Bull.
Give me the team. I'm sorry.
Oklahoma City took him.
Campaign, baby.
Cameron Payne
Yeah.
is 14.
Yeah.
Then it was Kelly Oubre.
Yes.
Then it's
Oubre is
Rozier,
15.
Rashad Vaughn,
Yeah. Vanderbilt?
UNLV,
Okay.
Sam
Damn it.
Decker,
Oh, yeah. Decker, I knew.
Jerian Grant,
Oh, Bulls legend.
DeLon Wright,
Yeah.
Justin Anderson.
Then Portis, right?
Yeah. Then
Yes.
Portis.
I knew he was 22nd.
God. Then Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
Yeah, Arizona.
Then Tyus Jones. You know what? This is not a
That's
bad
not a bad draft.
It really isn't. When you look at the number of guys here, Larry Nance Jr., RJ Hunter, Kevon Looney was 30th.
Yeah.
This really wasn't bad. And then even into the second round.
Yeah, give me some second round guys.
Second round, Cedi Osman, Montrezl Harrell,
Yeah. Harrell was, yeah.
Rashawn Holmes. He had some problems recently, didn't he?
Yeah, but I don't know what he's probably playing in Europe somewhere.
Josh Richardson out of Tennessee.
That's a good second round.
Pat Connaughton.
Yeah.
Guess who was 46th in this draft?
Who?
Norman Powell.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
This is a great draft.
He'd be a top 5 pick now in that
Yes,
draft.
he would.
He's
This
an
is-
all-star this year. He's a dog.
Yeah, this is a great draft.
Really is. Towns. I mean, Okafor going
Towns,
3. Not
Russell,
so great.
Porzingis, and I mean, you just start looking at Devin Booker might end up being the best. At
Oh, yeah.
13.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Shout out my guy, RJ.
Well done. Well,
All
I'm
right,
very
yeah.
impressed. All right.
Yeah. I know that draft like the back
Apparently.
of my hand.
God, too bad you can't take a class in that in school.
Oh, I'd win.
You don't win class.
Okay, so I have another current top 5
Okay.
question.
All right, run it.
And I'll get this is tough. And I got 3 of the 5 guys.
Oh, if you only got 3, I'm
I got 3 of them, and I got only 3 with the teams. So I'll give you the teams.
Good.
So it is
God.
the player that has run the most in total distance this season.
This was the Joakim Noah, right?
So I'll give you the teams. You ready?
Okay.
Number 1 plays for Portland.
Oh God.
Number 2 is on Atlanta. Number 3 is on the Knicks.
I'm not going to get
Number
any of
4
these.
is also on Atlanta.
Okay.
And number 5 is Philadelphia.
Number 5 is Phil. Okay, so I'm going to say Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey is the Philadelphia.
Yeah, because if you watch him in person, it's like going to a hockey game when you can see the like. If you watch, first of all, he plays so hard. There's so many times that he ends up under the basket.
He's a star, man.
And then books his ass back on defense, too. He's not a great defensive player, but he tries. Mm-hmm. So I got one. I got Tyrese Maxey. All right. So you said, what was the Knicks? You said was the third team.
And it wasn't who I thought it was. And I didn't get this one. I should have, but I didn't. It wasn't who I thought it was.
Well, you would say should have for any of them. Ooh, boy. Portland. I should know more about Portland. It's, because a lot of it's not average distance. It's a counting stat, right?
Correct.
So,
Correct.
It's a function
total
of minutes.
Yeah,
have
minutes
to do
is
with
huge.
It. Minutes would be huge. Is it Tumani Kamara?
It is Tumani Kamara.
Yes.
That's one of the ones I got, though. But yes, it is Tumani Kamara.
Okay.
Good call.
All right, that's just dumb luck. Because it happened to be that I wasn't going to guess Donovan
he's
Clingan.
Such a good defensive player. He just runs all over the place. I mean,
yeah. I mean, there's some guys who run all over the place and aren't good defensive players, but
all of the rest of these guys are known to be good defenders.
Okay, Dyson Daniels.
I always just, for whatever reason, I remember the poem used to read Nentis Nan. I just want to go Dyson Daniels.
Dyson Daniels. Now you're going to have me doing that. That's a Shel Silverstein poem.
I know, but
that's from Where the Sidewalk.
Daniels. It's kind of a Terryism right there.
No, that's I created that. When I used to read the poems to you and your sister, yes. I would do all the different voices. No, that's not from Falling Up. That's from Where the Sidewalk
ends.
Yes. I don't know Falling Up all that well, but that's definitely from Where the Sidewalk Ends. All right, so now there's another player from... Oh, shoot.
Another elite defender, and I'll say this. He has a couple of really distinct highlights this season. Buzzer beaters. But they were very special for one reason.
Was it Ricochet?
No.
Buzzer beaters.
It's tough. Like at the end of the quarter.
It's not Jalen Johnson. I don't even.
You're probably not going to get it. I wouldn't. You know the name, but it's not like anything crazy. Do you want me to give it to you?
It's not. Who is it? Okongwu?
It's not Onyeka Okongwu.
Onyeka Okongwu?
It's not Okongwu.
I don't know then.
It's Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Oh, so, all right. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that.
He has 2 buzzer beaters this season that he made with it, that threes that he's made left-handed. I am not left-handed.
I have not left-handed.
I watched that
either.
movie the other day. I always forget how good it is.
By the way, when did you rent Caddyshack at like 4 a.m?
Hell yeah, I did.
Why?
Because it's awesome. Oh, it looks good on you, though.
Wait, you just got it for yourself, or was there a bunch of people?
Max and I wanted to watch a movie, and we just started watching Caddyshack.
Has he seen it?
Yes.
Because I never presume with you guys.
All right. And
all right, now I got to get the
Knicks.
Nick. Oh, I don't know.
The Bulls are about to play right now, dude.
I know they are, so it's fine. I'm going to say it's Jordan Clarkson.
No, it is Mikal Bridges.
Oh, okay.
Minutes.
No, yeah. So minutes. All right, good. Those are 2 really good questions.
Yeah. And a bonus 2015 draft where I just listed the entire lottery. With the help for Oklahoma City and Cameron Payne.
That's unbelievable. That is Organizations Win Championships, episode number 131, like a zone, like a 131 zone. Perfect. So like and subscribe and rate and do the things that you do. And Jason and I will catch you next time.
Organizations win championships. A Chicago Bulls podcast with Jason and Dan Bernstein on 312 Sports.